Welcome back. This is Tony, aka Last Earth, and we're back with Crusader Kings II Let's Play. We have a new patch for the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings II. Not only do we have a new patch, we have a new birthmark bookmark to play. Now this is pretty cool. I haven't actually played it yet. I've looked over a lot of the key players and areas, and it looks pretty cool. It's called Century of Blood. It's actually 100 years before the Aegon's conquest, which leaves a whole new realm of possibilities and playthroughs, which I think is pretty neat. We have here with the Century of Blood. We have the couple key interesting players that they have already set up here. They have Emperor, I guess it's Arion, however you pronounce that. He is one of the Dragon Lords that was left from the Doom of Valyria. Before we even look into that, let me read a description of what this bookmark details. The Valyrian freehold has collapsed. A doom has befallen the peninsula that means Valyria is now gone and the freehold destroyed. It is said that the fire and smoke was so hot that even the dragons have been consumed. The destruction of Valyria has strongly reduced the number of dragon lords left in the known world. House Targaryen had already relocated to Dragonstone. Some other dragon lords, those who had not been in Valyria when the doom occurred, have survived as well. The destruction of Valyria has left a power vacuum in Essos. Arion, a dragon lord who had been visiting Qohor, has proclaimed himself the first emperor of Valyria and raised forces from the Qohoric. Volantis, the mightiest of the 9 free cities, has laid claim to Valyria's empire. Meanwhile, there are rumors of a Dothraki rotting out of the east. So, just from that description, it doesn't really even get into what we can do here. Like, it started off, he is one of the Dragon Lords from Valyria. Let's look at Valyria. Valyria is nothing left. It's a scorched earth. It's all broken up in pieces. And he was one of the Dragon Lords from one of the families in the Freehold. And he happened to be up here, Qohor. Let's put on the realm. He was right here, Qohor. I guess diplomatic mission, whatever, on vacation, whatever you want to say. Now, this is gone, Valyria. Now, the Triarch of Volantis, Triarch Markello, of House Targaryen, I guess, I don't know if he was in Volantis already. See, this is the thing with this scenario. Even in the world of Ice and Fire, there's a lot of things left, unexplained. So, I mean, the things that could be explained that happened right after this time are pretty much in this. These guys always do a really good job with this mod when it comes to detail and historical facts. When it comes to the world of Ice and Fire, Song of Ice and Fire, the novels, and the prehistory that's in the world of Ice and Fire. Now, he has proclaimed himself to, I guess, the ultimate Triarch. Because the Triarch in Volantis is usually 3 people that hold power, but I guess he's considered himself the main Triarch. And he is called this New Valyria, which is usually Volantis. Okay, we have Aenar, which people would know about this in the world of Ice and Fire. Aenar the Exile, he's from House Targaryen. He's the first lord to make a keep here on Dragonstone. Okay, this little teeny island right here. And he is the High Lord of all these guys right here. Even though he's not part of any of the 7 kingdoms, he's like his own little niche right here. I guess they just let him govern because he has dragons. But they have the most dragons in the game right now because of them leaving before the Doom. You have Aenar the Exile, which I think is Aegon's grandfather, if I'm not mistaken. He has 2 kids, a son and a daughter, and they're married. I think they're Aegon's mother and father. And, of course, Visenya and Rhaenys' father. And so, they have a dragon each. He has a dragon, his kids have dragons, and then his grandson has a dragon, which I think it says Balerion on there, but he's only a year old, which would make sense. So, uh, like I said, this is 100 years before Aegon starts his conquest. So, matter of fact, no, it probably isn't Aegon, the one grandson. He might be his great grandfather. I'm not sure. I mean, he could be his grandfather, but he isn't born yet. There's no way, because he was only, I think, like 20 something, young 20s when he did his conquest. But anyways, they have dragons in their family. They're probably the biggest family left from Valyria of the Dragon Lords, because they had left with his daughter Daenerys the Dreamer having dragon dream that the doom was going to happen. So he listened to his daughter, and they took off there. Now we have Khal Mengo, which is considered a great call. He's put a lot of I think the Dothraki clans together, and they pretty much take over this whole area right here, which is Sarnor. And this is the Dothraki Sea right here, and they pretty much take over all this in the history. And we have, who else? We have another interesting person. We have the High King of Sarnor. Alright, and they're like, I guess called the tall men. A lot of them are really tall. Like, they'll have the giant trait a lot, strong, usually good martial. Now, this is, well, we'll skip him for a second. God Emperor Duke. Now, he has a good advantage, too. He is the God Emperor of Yt, which is this little area right here. Well, not little, but his wife is a Valyrian, and she has a dragon. So that would be pretty cool to probably try as. The difficulty isn't too high because he's, rules all this land. And who else we have? We have the Storm King Arlen, which looks like it'd be interesting too, because look how much land the Stormlands have. They have from the neck all the way down to Dorne. The whole pretty much right side, except for the Vale, and this little part of what's called the Crownlands later on in history. The Ironborn don't have the Riverlands at this point, so they kept going back and forth between Ironborn and the Stormlands, and like these other two here, the Rock and the Reach, with this little area right here. Because if I'm not mistaken, they don't consider the Riverlands one of the 7 kingdoms. So it was always up for debate between these three, pretty much right here. The Vale usually is okay with their little piece. And you have Iron King Corman the Cunning. This is House Horror. This is before they had Harrenhal. See, like, Harrenhal is not called, it's called God's Fort. You could try to play as them and maybe establish the Riverlands. Like, that would end up happening later on in the future. It'd be pretty neat. We have in the north, we have King Brandon the Bad. Okay, I don't know much about this character. I didn't really look into him yet, but it looks pretty cool too. Like I said, every kingdom right now, they're all kings, because it's before Aegon's conquest. And then you have Arkin Lotho of Assyria. See, now this is a big area right here. I mean, they're Assyrian, whatever culture that is, but their religion is Valyrian. So a lot of Valyrians still in that area, just not Dragon Lord Valyrians. And you got Madrinoho of Gorgosos. This is one of the Valyrians colonized areas where the Sephorios, we have the Brindlemen and the crazy Red Death. It's like a plague, and I know it doesn't last long in the history book, so that's probably like not worth playing at all. But what we're going to be starting at this playthrough as I'm thinking about going, if you know of the history of Song of Ice and Fire, you've heard of King Tommen, the Lion King of House Lannister. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't stand House Lannister, but this is a really good playthrough, I think, because this is the same King Tommen that decided to take a journey for gold and riches after the Doom to the Smoking Sea, which is this part here. And he goes off with, goes to sea with men, never to be heard of again. And he loses their ancestral sword, Bright Roar. That's why Tywin was so eager to get Ned keep Ned's sword and turn it into two Valyrian swords because it was just way too big, he thought, for one man. So he made two Valyrian swords out of that. So I'm gonna play as King Tom and the Lion King, and the events will come up for that. Maybe hopefully we can try that event and maybe try to survive this time. See if something comes out of it. But I just thought for the first time playing, it'd be not too difficult when it comes to Lord and your control and everything. I usually don't like to start off as Lord Paramount. In this case, being a king of his kingdom, because it just sometimes it's too easy. I like to start off small and try to work my way out of things. But this can almost, we can have a lot of things happen from this playthrough. We can have a conquest maybe, and have the Rock, come over here and take some stuff out of the shattered realm, which was Valyria. Maybe we can ally with one of the Dragon Lords, and we can together carve out a piece of Essos. The best part about this bookmark is that it gives Essos a whole better option. Before, I just always stayed away from wanting to play as any of the houses in Essos, because a lot of them are on, especially the free cities, are merchant republics, whereas in Westeros it's feudal. So, yeah, it just leaves a lot of stuff open that you can do. There's a lot of options when it comes to Essos, which I think is really neat. And I've heard that they put some new, more stuff in a Shy, like to do, like if you played as a Shy. Like the Shadow Binders, I guess they got before there really wasn't any events that I've never played as a Shy. I've always wanted to because I'm always intrigued by a Shy because we don't hear much about them. But today we're gonna start off as King Tommen, so let's get this going here. Yeah, so I think I have my rules already. Let's see, great. So I think we're gonna put that historical. And let's see. I think everything else is cool. Right? I think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna start this up. Okay, let's check this out. Alright, we already know all that. They were playing as a Westerman king of the faith of the Seven Religion. Okay. That's right. Century of Blood. Valyrian freehold has collapsed. The doom has befallen the peninsula that means Valyria is now gone and the freehold destroyed. It is said that the fire and smoke was so hot that even the dragons have been consumed. The destruction of Valyria has strongly reduced the number of dragon lords left in the known world. House Targaryen had already relocated to Dragonstone. Some other dragon lords, those who had not been in Valyria when the doom occurred, have survived as well. The destruction of Valyria has left a power vacuum in Essos. Well, we already read that earlier, I forgot. Okay, there will surely be a struggle and chaos. No, you think? Okay. I figured we'd start off with more gold, being Westerman. Usually they start off a little more gold than other people because they have the gold mines. So you see here we have Bright Roar. I didn't think he was married. I thought it said he wasn't married. I guess he already has an heir, which is Prince Martin of the Rock. Alright, make him duty already. I might try to get us alliance with one of these fallen dragon lords. Might be pretty cool. But let's check out. Our marshal isn't all that great. It's better than, it could be worse. He's a good military ruler, has a flaring steel weapon, and an enormous flagship. That enormous flagship, I think, is what's going to take us where we're going to go. I think, well, I don't know if I should put it at war or hunting. I might do hunting just for the fact that might need the health. Like, I don't think we're in any wars, so we'll wait a second though with that. Special title actions. We'll put set at Casterly Rock. We need to make a regent. Our Maester isn't doing anything, and he's not really too good. Let's see if we got any better options than any of these council people. I'm gonna have you perform charity. Uh, let's see, our Master Whispers are not bad at all. We actually have one of our vassals also, because House Rain had started off with the Valyrian Steel Sword, Red Rain, and then it ended up going to House Drum. So I don't know if House Drum maybe taking it from the Rains, who knows? But let's see, we have Master of Coin. He's just as good as the other guy, and he's a lord. So my Master at Arms is the best I have right now. Lord Broom. He's decent commander. Not bad. Masterful commander. Let's see. Ability to collect taxes with the Master Coin. My Master of Laws. He's the best I have. He's not too bad. I mean, he's got a great eminence, so I think he's one of my High Lords. Hand of the King. We have Press for Repairing. So, I mean, he's just as good as the next possible guy. He's a brilliant steward. So, he's considered masterful. Let's see, we don't have any other maesters. Our maester's pretty bad when it comes to maesters. Like, he's incompetent scientist. Let's see, what else? Anybody else in my council? We have, Lyle Craig Hall is one of my advisors. He's pretty good. My master of ships, Tyrock, Lorch. He's pretty good, intrigue. Maybe a pretty good, Master Whispers. There's my other guy, Ilan Payne. I recycled some of these names. He's one of my powerful vassals. And he's one of my advisors. Minor title. Let's look at our commanders. Our commanders are alright for now, I guess. Don't really have much of a choice in that department. Let's see if the commander. Yeah. Oh, we have Lannister. Yeah, I'll put Lannister. He's my kinsman. He's Lord of Landsport. Okay, King's Justice. Let's see, you anything? No. Let's see, you got one. They're all pretty much bunk. I guess we'll make this guy our Paramount Knight. Let's see. He's got the better, I like them the better still skill. Craig Hall. We'll make Craig Hall just for the fact that I think, yeah, he's a powerful vassal. Cupbearer, you really want to put somebody that likes you a lot, so High Almoner, I'll try to find a zealous person for that. Master Hunt, he's considered, no, we'll put Ilan. Master the Horse, that's what we'll put, Damien. Keeper of Swans, maybe we'll put Sarsfield there. We won't put a court jester, it pisses people off. It's 14. I mix up both with diplomacy and stewardship. Trying to think how it should, it's 19. Let's see, how much do I like these people? I like Craig Hall on those. I always put Craig Hall. Okay, so all accounts and stuff set up. We'll go back. We'll go ahead and let me make sure everything's in. Alright, we'll go ahead and unpause this a second. Some things will pop up. Alright, many causes of the Great Grass Sea have been rallied under the same banner. The leader that managed to unite them is Mengo. The people of the grasslands now call their leader Great Call, and have set their minds not only on ruling the Dothraki Sea, but to spread throughout the world under the leadership of the Stallion. who will mount the world? Is there anyone who can stop the thundering armies of 1,000 hooves? Probably not. But they got 17,000 men, which is a lot for Dothraki. All hail his grace, Tommen of House Lannister, the second of his name, King of the Rock in the Western Lands, Lord of Casterly Rock, Shield of Lannisport, and Protector of the Realm. All hail King of the Rock. Alright, there it is already. The map to Valyria. Okay, we have excuse me. An old haggard man has arrived in Casterly Rock, claiming to have escaped the doom of Valyria, and is brought before your court. The old man gives a smile the seven would be afraid of. Your Grace, it has come to my attention that you are looking for a way to claim the riches of Valyria. As it happens, I have a map in my possession that may help you with your ambition. The old man tells you he is certain about the safest route to the city. He points to it on the map and appears convinced. No doubt the journey there would be long, arduous, and very dangerous. Purchasing this map and following it could yield great reward. Alright, yes, I'll prepare my host. Purchase map, perfect journey. This would be a dangerous folly. Okay. Well, we don't even have 100 gold, so we'll have to take a loan and get a $200 loan, 200 gold loan. And we will take that. And I'm going to, of course, take the quest. But with that, we're going to go ahead and end this first episode here. And the next one will start off from the beginning of the quest. This first one, I just wanted to give everybody a rundown to tell them what is new in this playthrough and this new bookmark. So, if you guys like it, keep watching. I'll put out another one maybe later on tonight or tomorrow. But until then, this is Last Earth signing off. Everyone have a great day.